Good afternoon. My name is Tony Johnson, and I'm honored to introduce Teams B presentation on workforce motivation. Over the past several weeks, our team, Deborah, Lorena, Madeline, Benjamin, Shania, Brandon, Kayla, and myself, have explored why motivation breaks down and how organizations can rebuild it. Guided by systems thinking and 15 management theories, we've developed a strategic framework that addresses root causes, restores engagement, and connects individuals' purpose with team success. Each member of our team will share key insights and recommendations designed to help the leaders create a lasting impact. Our proposal tackles a critical challenge: declining workforce motivation. Many employees disengage when expectations are unclear, recognition is limited, and connections to organization goals feel weak. Loss of motivation undermines productivity, collaboration, and retention. By identifying root causes such as communication gaps and inconsistency leadership, we aim to design solutions that rebuild morale, foster accountability, and strengthen the alignment between individual purpose and team success. Let's begin with motivation models.
Hi, my name is Maddie. I will be discussing a few of the following motivation models. Self-determination highlights autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Autonomy is the need to be in control over actions and decisions. Competence is the need to feel effective when making achievements. And relatedness is the need for wanting to be a part of a community. Equity is how people judge fairness. They want to work in an environment that feels like an equal ratio of work to pay and benefits, as well as safety. Expect- Expectancy is when a certain amount of work leads to the quality of performance. Good performance leads to better rewards like pay, bonus, and recognition. Rewards equal the attractiveness an employee places on the reward.
Hi, I'm Shania, and I will be going over Herzberg's two-factor goal setting and reinforcement theories. Herzberg's two-factor shows employee satisfaction and dissatisfaction, which stem from motivators like achievement, recognition, and growth, and hygiene factors like salary, policies, and job security. With this, improving hygiene factors prevents dissatisfaction. Enhancing motivators gives employees a sense of accomplishment and opportunity. Addressing both factors can reduce the dissatisfaction and work on improving performance and engagement. Goal setting helps us set clear and specific goals to guide performance while improving outcomes. Clear and specific goals help employees have a sense of achievement by eliminating any confusion and having clear expectations. It enhances focus and productivity while motivating employees. Reinforcement theories help understand the consequences of one's actions. The theories show that behavior is shaped by providing the right feedback: positive, negative, punishment, and extinction. With these, leaders are able to maintain a motivated workplace. Next, we will go over the causal loop diagram.
Hello, my name is Kayla Smith, and I'll be introducing the causal loop diagram. This causal loop diagram shows how negative and positive actions interact with one another, as well as their effect on motivation. For this project, creating a causal loop diagram helped our team to visualize the impacts of positive and negative factors on workplace motivation. Reinforcing loops compound positive and negative effects. In this diagram, we can see that delayed feedback increases disengagement, which decreases performance and gives less opportunities for positive recognition. This shows how the negative effects of delayed feedback from leaders creates a reinforcing loop that can decrease motivation and drive. Balancing loops utilize corrective actions to stabilize positive and negative effects and keep them consistent. In the diagram, we can see how opposite actions, such as timely feedback, engagement, and meaningful recognition from leaders, can create a balancing loop that restores motivation. Next, we will discuss the socio-technical systems theory.
Motivation suffers when systems are built around tasks instead of people. Rigid technology, unclear roles, and poor feedback make employees feel undervalued. To rebuild engagement, organizations must redesign tools and workflows to support meaningful work, collaboration, and team strength. Now we're going to talk about the stakeholder theory. Who are the stakeholders? Employees, customers, managers, vendors, community partners, HR department, supervisors, executive leaders. With that being said, the stakeholder theory reminds us that motivation improves when leaders consider the needs of all stakeholders, especially the employees. By balancing interest and rebuilding trust, organizations create a culture where people feel heard, respected, and invested in shared success. Moving forward with the core competency and contingency theory.
Hi, I'm Deborah. Core competency theory emphasizes unique organizational strengths as the foundation of competitive advantage, while contingency theory argues that effective management and leadership depend on adapting to specific situations rather than applying a universal approach. Both theories complement or complete each other. Core competency theory helps organizations identify what they should focus on long term, while contingency theory guides them in adapting leadership and management styles to changing circumstances. Next, you'll be hearing about human relations theory.
The human relations theory emphasizes the importance of psychological and social needs of employees. When working in a positive group dynamic, you will likely perform better. To create this positive environment, it is important that communication is given. Clear communication builds trust, and recognition lets the employees know they are valued and appreciated, which will in turn make them want to perform better. This positivity will set the tone for employees, which will increase their motivation and productivity at work. The next slide will discuss the SWOT and PESTLE analysis.
A SWOT analysis is a planning tool that organizations use to better comprehend their capacity for growth in areas such as competitiveness, culture, economy, technology, and more. The SWOT acronym stands for strengths, which are internal competitive advantages, weaknesses, which are internal competitive disadvantages, and opportunities, external chances for improvement and progress, and threats, which are external chances for negative impacts that signal decline. Leaders may use the SWOT analysis to strategize and solve problems by observing current internal and external impacts to their organization and considering their relevancy to make informed decisions. In the context of solving a lack of workplace motivation, leaders can analyze the factors that have the greatest effect on their team members and create solutions or activities based on these findings to help boost motivation. These strategies may include obtaining regular feedback, creating and working to uphold a meaningful shared vision, recognizing effort and accomplishments, and adopting new leadership styles to better engage others.
Hello, my name is Brandon Robinson. I'll be going over the PASTEL analysis. The PASTEL analysis covers the political, economical, social, technological, legal, and environmental. With these, they also cover the government policies and regulations, market trends, and inflation and employment, cultural trends and demographics, innovation and digital trends, laws and compliance requirements, sustainability, and environmental impact. With leaders, the PASTEL analysis help us look at whatever is going on in the outside workplace to help affect motivation. Our next slide that we'll be going over is the bonded reality and rational decision making.
Hi, my name is Lorena Fernandez, and I'm going to be talking about the meaning of bounded rationality. We have the limited information, which is individuals that do not often have access to all the information that is required to make a fully informed and optimal decision. We also have acknowledgement of limitations, which is the human brain that has a limited capacity to process and analyze complex information. Therefore, it comes to time constraints, which is decisions that must often be made quickly without enough time to thoroughly evaluate every alternative. In other words, managers make decisions that are good enough given time and resources rather than analyzing every possible scenario.
The rational decision-making model is a step-by-step process for choosing the best option. This model promotes engagement and morale when involving employees in problem solving, reducing bias, and choosing the best solution. Using the model will help employees have a sense of feeling valued. Next, we will go over leadership models.
Hey guys, my name is Ben, and I'll first go over our first leadership model, which is Pathway theory. This is a contingency theory of leadership where leaders clarify paths for employees to achieve work goals and desired rewards, which will help in increasing motivation. An effective leader's behavior must be tailored to the specific characteristics and needs of employees at hand. In this model, leaders choose from four styles of leadership: directive, supportive, participative, and achievement-oriented. These styles are to best complement specific situations that need specific styles. This model's goal is to reduce roadblocks and provide the necessary coaching and support so that employees are motivated to reach their personal and organizational goals, driving valuable change. We will now look at our transformational leadership model.
The transformational leader models covers and inspires and motivates employees by sharing a clear and passionate vision, set high expectations, and recognizes and celebrates achievements. Next, it encourages innovation and empowerment by promotes creativity, supports risk taking, and also involves employees in the decision making process. There's no change. This communicates long-term goals with employees, aligning team objectives with vision, leads in change with confidence. And lastly, the transformation leadership model, it builds trust and strong culture. It acts with integrity, builds authenticity, and fosters collaboration and respect. And next, we will have the resource-based view.
Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, we have this next resource-based view and VRIO framework, or VRIO, however you guys want to say it. That's been a tongue twister for me. But this is an effective framework for achieving a lasting competitive edge. While many strategies look at the external factors and market to help achieve a sustainable competitive advantage, RBV looks inward, telling us if firms' unique and superior resources are the true source of long-term success. An example of a tangible asset is a patented technology, and an example of an intangible asset would be a strong corporate culture. For us to determine if a resource genuinely provides a sustainable competitive advantage, we must test it using the VRIO framework. VRIO asks us four main questions. Is the resource valuable? Is it rare? Is it costly to imitate? And is the organization organized enough to exploit it? All four must be satisfied to truly be a strategic asset. We will now look at our decision framework.
Our team compared strategic options using a decision framework that scores each approach based on cost, feasibility, impact of morale, and sustainability. This structured method helped us choose solutions that are both practical and impactful. Now, here are our recommendations and next steps.
Our recommendations are strategic, high-level actions to achieve the goals, while the next steps are the specific actions that will be taken immediately to implement the recommendations, such as what should we do, how do we do it, and when do we do it. And everyone is responsible to detail these tasks and implement them. Let's not forget that we also need to make sure that we see who is succeeding and reward them appropriately. And now we will see our conclusion.
The 7S framework shows that motivation depends on how well 7 elements: strategy, structure, system, shared values, skills, style, and staff work together. Misalignment in any of these can weaken engagement. Our recommendations aim to realign these elements to support performance and morale. Thank you for engaging with Team B's work on workforce motivation. We began by identifying the critical challenge of declining engagement and traced it back to root causes like uncleared expectations, limited recognition, and weak connections to organizational goals. Through systems thinking and management theory, we've shown that motivation can be rebuilt when leaders foster accountability, communication, consistency, and align individual purpose with team success. As students and future professionals, we know firsthand how motivation shapes collaboration and outcomes. Our framework is designed not just for short term fixes, but for long lasting impact, helping organizations create environments where people feel valued, connected, and inspired to contribute. We hope these insights spark meaningful reflections and actions in your own leadership journey. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.